Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the Push to Pass F1 podcast. And I am happy to say we are only 1 week away from Formula One returning, aren't we, buddy?
We are back.
Yeah, we took the past 2 weeks or a week off, I can't remember. I had some family stuff, and we've also been quite busy with university. And testing has been on, so we thought we'd wait till the end to do some stuff about that. But today we have a bit of a bumper special for you. We are going to do our predictions for the 2026 Formula One season, which are more than likely all going to end up horrifically. And we are also going to be reacting to deliveries which finished being announced either last week or the week before, and we now have all 11. So we're going to be doing one of our favourite things in the world, a little tier list.
Yeah.
Love a tier list, don't we?
Absolutely sensational viewing.
Right, let's get into these predictions then, because we didn't get to do this last year.
No, we were too late, weren't we?
Yeah, our first episode was a
Round one
review, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Round one, lad. Right. Let's go bottom to top.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
In 22nd place, not even 20th anymore, which sounds mental.
I think we'll both have the same person.
Will we? Who have you got?
Lance Stroll.
Hey!
They've had an awful time at testing.
Apparently, part of it is due to Adrian Newey building the car too tight.
Right.
What I saw was that the cooling of the engine can't happen because the way the car's built, it's built too compactly, so none of the heat can escape, so it's just overheating all the time.
Okay, I still think that'd be the worst car on the grid.
I fear Alonso might quit before next Sunday.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't even care, to be honest.
All right, don't get punchy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stroll. I can't see anything. I've never seen anything from the bloke, and his car looks abysmal.
Yeah, I think he'll be. So that's that.
Right, 21st.
I've gone for Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, have you? I've got
Yeah.
Sergio Perez.
Nah, I think purely gone for Bottas just because I can imagine a massive high deg tyre race, Perez just staying out.
I think you're underestimating how bad these cars are going to be.
That's my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll probably will be.
I don't think most cars are going to get past turn 1.
But that's my way of thinking as to why Bottas is lower.
Yeah, I just think it's going to sound a bit mental. I just don't really rate Perez as highly as I would Bottas.
I do think this. As a driver, I think I would probably rather Bottas in my team.
Yeah, I just think he's a bit more I don't know how to describe it. I think Perez, the thing with Perez, I think he's a very good he'll have 3 races where he'll get a 7 or 8 out of 10, and then he'll have 4 where he does nothing, then he'll have 3 where he does really good, then he'll have a run where he does nothing. But I feel like Bottas, although he's probably to a lower level, he's just a bit more consistent in the sense of I think he'll get points more regularly if they get points.
Yeah, and that's a big if.
Because I'm not expecting much from Cadillac.
No, I don't think anyone is, which is a nice enough spot to be in. No one's expecting him to do well. I read a few reports saying that people are quite pleased with how their testing program's gone. So,
Well, I think all they could have probably hoped for was just a incident-free sort of testing.
Keep the budget down, no crashes.
Yeah, especially with Perez in the car.
But yeah, I'll probably be wrong. You're probably wrong.
Yeah, can't wait for Max Verstappen to finish 21st.
Yeah.
20th, I'm going to guess yours.
Go on.
Do you have Sergio Perez?
Yeah.
Go back, boss.
Yeah.
We've literally flipped them round. Yeah, I did a feature piece on this the other day for a website, and I cannot see anything happening from that car.
No, and like I just said, you probably wouldn't expect it.
No,
So that's fun.
It's probably not what they'd want, but also I think it's a realistic thing.
It is, and I have no doubt that's what the team's expecting. That's what the drivers are expecting. A few points every now and then would be brilliant for them. So,
I've got someone in 19th place, and I already want to change it because I don't agree with it.
but you got to say it.
Ah, right. 19th, I have Franco Colapinto.
19th, I've got Fernando Alonso.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd like that one.
No. Well, to be fair, I can't blame you, and it's probably the right thing to say because I've just seen where I've put Alonso, and I could easily swap him with Colapinto because Alpine look decent. But I have no faith at all in Colapinto.
Yeah, You'll get to where I've put Colapinto soon. I'm very much the same opinion as you. As surprised that Alpine look good. They look very good, actually. Some reports saying they're like 5th best. So
yeah, I've seen people tout them for like 6th quickest, and I think that's because I think we spoke about this before as well. I think they were one of the first teams to meet the weight limit.
Yes,
like
they've had more time.
So they've had more time, like actually running their car, what it would be like.
Yeah, I just kind of similar air as you. I don't fully trust Colapinto, but that being said, I haven't put him 19th.
I have.
Yeah.
Because I also think he could be a threat of a mid-season.
Oh yeah, he could. I did think that. I think we did like grid predictions midway through last year, and in there I put in like driver swaps.
Yeah, I think
I considered doing it again as a bold prediction, but I thought, you know what, they've not even turned a wheel yet, so I'll leave it for now.
We haven't even had a race, and we're already predicting Colapinto to lose his seat.
Yeah.
I just I can't see Alonso finishing that low, even if the Aston Martin is bad. I feel like they're gonna improve over the course of the year. I think he's good enough to get the best from a bad car.
My personal thinking of it is all the cars are going to be close together in performance from round one, because some will be better than others because some have done it, but new regs mean that people are close. That distance is only
F1 fan says cars will be different. Wow.
like they're all as the season goes, they will spread, and naturally Aston Martin will have the most ground to recoup.
Yeah,
and that's just my way of thinking, and I think everyone on the grid this year will get points.
Yeah, I think we'll see a similar thing to last year.
So even though if Alonso does scrape points, I can't see him. Basically, I'm predicting that it's going to be struggle city for the first 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah, it's Alonso with a Honda engine, what you expect. But
yeah.
Also, whoever thought that wasn't a good idea is absolutely insane.
It's just a sort of means of necessity, isn't it? They needed engines, a Honda wanted to supply them.
Like you said, with people are going to score points, that's also why I think Alonso's going to be slightly higher, because I'd back him in a race of attrition over someone like a Colapinto.
You know what? Yeah, that is a valid point. I'll take that.
I understand retirements, and that's a bit different. Like, you can't really control that, but Mr. Colapinto does have a bit of a tendency to go crashy, smashy, smashy.
Yeah, especially in a car that, in theory, looks like it could be fast. So he's going to want to try.
Yeah, I think they'll be comfortably midfield.
So
towards the front of it.
I can see the way of thinking that he's going to put it in the barrier a lot, because he's going to want to be going quick, and when you're quick, you're on the limit. So
right, P18.
You go first.
Arvid Lindblad.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Ah, don't say that.
Yeah.
I've gone for Lindblad because, similar to Colapinto, I think he's going to have a lot of crashes.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
I think he has the potential in the future to be a really good driver, but what I saw from him in F2 last year, he is a bit of a maniac.
Yeah, we've said that about quite a few, like Behrman had that rep.
Yeah.
And it works out. I think the pace is there, and I think the car is there. I think that car is going to be, excuse it, 6th or 7th best car.
Whoa, don't do it. Put them hands down.
So I think the platform will be there and the talent's there. So you just got to hope that he kind of realises that he doesn't need to crash every weekend to be fast.
This is going to sound mental, but I think 18th for Lindblad's still a good year.
It depends contextually.
Yeah, obviously, it'll be like how he performs rather than because like you could say he could have a good year because he's done like really good in qualifying, or his race pace was really good, but then other parts is different. That's why he's so low down. But I think, yeah, I and we'll get onto this, but I really don't trust that Red Bull engine.
No.
That Ford EcoBoost.
Yeah.
The Fiesta.
Yeah, the wet belt's going to go on it. Yeah, no, I do get what you're saying. And, hey, if Arvid Lindblad finishes 18th in the championship, you can laugh, I can cry. I just think he's going to do a bit better than that.
I've already just realised you've got Hulkenberg 18th. You think the Audi's going to be that bad?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that good.
Ah, their engine looks horrific, by the way. Did you see the video of him trying to restart?
No.
He, honest to God, right? They were doing like, do you know they allow pit reports at the end of the pit lane?
Yeah.
And they were doing like practice starts, and they were like, oh, we'll take a listen to Nico Hulkenberg as he tries to do a practice start. He sat there for a good like 10-15 seconds, revving the absolute life off it and stalled.
Just queefed off the line.
Oh, it's like, that's horrific, by the way. That's got to be like that's an early contender for worst thing said this season. But that the Audi looks horrific as well, and I'm sort of leaning towards your point.
We'll get to it. Actually, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay,
let's just move on.
Right, 17th, Bortoleto.
I've gone for Colapinto.
Ah, fair enough. We've already talked about him. Yeah, I was trying to defend Hulkenberg, but I sort of agree with what you mean. I just don't think that Audi's going to be very good. I think he'll score points. I think he'll just be like a bit of a slower sober. It'll be like the Haas of last year.
Yeah, and I didn't quite say it, but what I meant to say was with Hulkenberg, I think last year was like lightning in a bottle. It just worked for him, and it was great. But I wonder, motivation wise, this is the last year of his contract, I think.
Yeah.
He's old. He's like 38. He's just come off the best year of his career, which I believe to be his ceiling.
Yeah,
and
I don't think he's going to get better.
He's now in a worse car, and in theory, his teammate should make a jump. So I just think he's going to regress, basically, is what I'm getting at.
If you want to see where we've put Nico Hulkenberg for 2027, check out our last video. Spoiler, he's not on the grid. Yeah, I think Bortoleto will be much improved from last year. I don't think the car's going to be as good as the Sauber was, but I think, again, we are probably going to see a bit more of a polished product from him. I think his qualifying last year improved towards the end, and overall he was just that typical midfield driver of when there's an opportunity to snatch points, he took it more often than not.
Yeah, okay.
But please don't get to round 6 and we're still trying to predict you to get points or something, because I went for too long last year.
Yeah, fair enough. And quickly on Colapinto, I put him 17th because I think he'll struggle staying out of the barrier.
Ah, shock. 16th, who you got?
I've got Gabby Bortoleto.
Hey, I got Nico Hulkenberg.
Mate, we've had very similar to start.
Yeah, I think this sort of area of the field's really easy to predict. Like, I think, and don't get me wrong, I think from what I've got, from probably 15th or 14th down, you could swap them around completely.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we've done, isn't it? We've got the same individuals, just one or two places between.
And that's quite a common thing for new regs.
Yeah.
Because the cars literally change from race to race. But yeah, same as Bortoleto. I just trust Hulkenberg a bit more to get points.
Nice.
Because he's class lad. Right, 15th.
I've gone for Arvid Lindblad.
Oh, alright. I've gone for Fernando Alonso.
I just feel like you've ranked him a little bit too high.
Well, be careful how you say that, mate.
I believe it. I think he's fast. We know he's fast.
So I was going to say he's fat then.
It's just that car. I think that car is awful.
I
Like, really bad.
They've done it before, and I back them to that. Remember, everyone used to say with McLaren, like for the first 3 or 4 races, they'd be like 20th, and then they just put a midfield upgrade in when they get to Imola, and they'd be like pole by about 3 seconds.
Right.
I reckon we're gonna have that, but they'll just sort of actually get themselves to a normal car again, rather than whatever they've got now.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I do think Alonso, if it doesn't go well, he will probably just announce his retirement early.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And just be like 3 rounds in, this is not getting better. Go find someone new for next year.
Yeah, I see it.
And you'll be off, lad. I hope, going back to your prediction, I hope Lindblad has a good year.
Yeah, I think he will. I'm actually really confident about that pick.
He just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
The first British Indian driver, right?
British, Indian, Swede. He's got it all going.
Like, there was a nice. He did an interview with BBC recently, and he came across quite well in it, and not like most rookies do, where they just don't want to talk to anyone and seem like teenagers. Right,
Yeah.
14th, go.
Liam Lawson.
Ooh, Pierre Gasly.
Ooh, low.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm falling for testing.
I was gonna say, I think you might be a little bit testing heavy on that one.
I'm falling for testing on that one, just because I think Pierre Gasly is good.
I think he's good. I just think 14's respectable for a car that's probably going to be, and I'm going to say it again, 6th or 7th quickest.
No. Yeah, no, I can't argue it, because you could well be right, but I'd say 14th would probably be. That being said, if Alpine stay where they are, that's the lowest he could go, probably.
Yeah, my thinking is, I just think the top sort of, like, you could probably split this year into like 3 different stages of development. You'd have like the backfield, and then you'd have that midfield, which I'll think will be like really interchangeable, and I think the top 4 or 5 teams are just going to be so far ahead.
Yeah.
I think that the top 10, probably 11 on my list, will be like borderline untouchable from the midfield.
Okay.
But that's development for you, and that's new regs, because these are going to work really good.
No, it's going to be miserable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be awful. Liam Lawson in 14th.
Yeah, my thinking for that. I hope he's actually not. I hope he's higher up, because I really like Liam. But my thinking is, him and Lindblad will be similar performance, but Lawson will be more consistent.
Yeah,
That's pretty much all I've got.
I was going to say quite similar to what we saw last year, but it wasn't, because Hadjar seemed the more consistent than Lawson. But I think coming off the back of last year, Lawson's probably going to have a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's that demoted Red Bull driver cliche of they just look more comfortable in that lower team, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know if he did finish 14th. I don't know where that would leave him for the year after.
I genuinely still think, like, and this is going to sound a bit weird, this year almost where you finish could be a bit irrelevant.
Yeah, I
In a
can see
sense,
that.
I think people will look more for like your on-track stuff and your feedback rather than like points, because it's a new set of regulations. You're either going to get it bang on or you're going to be miles off, aren't you?
Yeah, I see it.
13th, who have you got?
Esty Bestie.
Me too.
Esteban Ocon. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
He's just the most 13th man ever, isn't he?
He is the Crystal Palace of
Yeah. You can't really say that anymore. They're quite good.
yeah. I mean, his team principal literally came out and said his year last year was unacceptable. So
Really?
you didn't see that?
Nah.
Aokamatsu basically came out and was like, anyone from the outside looking in would say that Ocon's performance, he either said it was disappointing or unacceptable, and he was like, and I agree.
Right. I thought his year was quite good, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they expected him to be like what Hulkenberg was, getting like a podium potentially.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Well.
I think they would have seen results like that, and like Hajar got a podium as well. Bayman nearly got one, and then Ocon was like just in and around.
Well, we know who's looking for a seat then. Um.
We definitely do.
Yeah. No, but I just think 13th is probably about right. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I think they again. I think the Haas is probably going to be, and don't hold me to this, top of the midfield.
Yeah, I think I've seen them around that sixth, like fighting for sixth, maybe eighth. Like they're just there. They're
Yeah,
just
but yeah, and I can see good results, but ultimately I don't think it'll be enough for Ocon to keep his seat because
no.
clearly there's pressure internally.
Yes, I'd agree.
12th, who you got?
Gasly.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I can see it. I've got Liam Lawson.
I like that for him as well.
I think he's going to have a big old year, and I'm slowly jumping back on the Liam Lawson hype train.
Yeah, no, I like Liam. I think he could be good. I think he'd be really good actually. I just don't know for sure. This year's really important for him.
And this is going to sound slightly weird, but across like testing and everything we've seen so far, on like social media and that, he seems a lot more relaxed. In like before the season last year with Red Bull, a lot of their press stuff you didn't see a lot of Liam because
No.
I think they knew the expectations going into it. They were like, you've got to perform, otherwise Yuki's gonna have your seat. Whereas this year they literally like, look, you've got Arvid, help him learn a bit, and ideally don't put in the barrier, but just see what you can do.
First proper. No, it's not. Is it his first full season
No,
in
last
one
year was.
team? No, in one team.
In one team, yeah.
Yeah, so it's his first full season in one team. I can't see where he'd be getting any internal pressure now, because like Solov wouldn't be ready or anything like that. So you can good as much say he's going to have the full year.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
And also Mr. Glass Eye's gone, so
Yeah, that's a big pressure off him. Yeah,
he definitely had something out against Lawson.
we just had something out against everyone.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know what we're on about Mr. Doctor Helmet Marco.
Mr. Doctor, is it?
Mr. Doctor, Sir Doctor, nurse.
Yeah.
P11, who you got?
You go first.
Ollie Behrman.
I've got Carlos Sainz.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Really? After all
Yeah.
the talk of 2026 being the world's best year and Williams are going to like take over the world.
Yeah, I've changed my mind.
Is that because they missed the Barcelona shakedown?
Yeah. Not fully that, but I have lost faith in the product.
Do you think if this year doesn't deliver, James Vowles could potentially be gone?
No, because I think he's probably the best man for the job.
I do. I just think I've seen some talk about that online.
I can see why they'd say that, but I also do think he's class. I would say budget is the main issue for them.
Yeah.
It still is, even though they've got about 1 million sponsors. I think budget is a big issue, and I just think Carlos will get fed up, and I think it might show. This is pure like conjecture. Like this, there's no actual truth behind this at all.
Pure hopium.
But I could see a world where, kind of like last year, they don't get any better. They don't really get much worse, but other people get faster, and you'll see what I mean with my next pick.
Fair. Yeah. P11. I got Ollie Behrman.
Yeah.
Like we said before, with that sort of 5th quickest to like 8th quickest, you could change that week in, week out. Similar to what we saw last year, and I just think Behrman is going to be class.
Yeah, I think he'll take a jump.
And I'm, as a man who was a bit sceptical about him last year, I am now fully backing him.
Yeah, and I've got him 10th.
Ah. I can see that. 10th, I have Isaac Hajar.
Yeah, only reason I didn't put him 10th, I can see what you're thinking, but like you said, the top 4 or 5 cars are going to just be miles away. So I think.
I can't trust the Ford engine.
So you don't really think they're going to be a top car then?
I think they will. Remember Red Bull Renault?
Yeah.
They were rapid,
Remember them well.
but they would literally just blow up like every 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
And I back Hajar because I think Hajar has a very high potential, and I think his ceiling is of a top team driver. But I do feel this has come a year too early.
Yeah, I don't think circumstance is the best for him, but he got called upon. He's answered the phone. He kind of had to. There was no other choice. In an ideal world, you'd want another year for me in that Racing Bulls car.
Yeah.
But, that's not happened. And I think if you are going to go to a Red Bull, make it the year of a reg change. So
yeah, like we've spoke about this loads over the off season. I think this is it's a different Red Bull team. It's not this like snappy knee jerk reaction team that's going to fire drivers left, right, and centre.
Yeah, different management completely. So,
and Lauren Mackey's worked with him a lot at VCARB, and he's worked with him obviously for the rest of the year at Red Bull. So I think he'll have the backing of him, and I almost think it could be a bit of a blessing in disguise because I think if Red Bull are that not a lower tier team, but like if they're that sort of they're a top team but they can have their off days, it sort of buys him a bit more of leeway in terms of like you can have these lower performances and people won't really pay as much attention to it.
Yeah, the spotlight won't be on him as much. I get what you're saying.
Right,
cool.
9th, you've got.
Who do you think I've got?
I have no idea, mate. No in your list.
Albon.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think
Albon's going to outscore Sainz.
Yeah.
Did he do it last year?
Yeah, he did.
Woo.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Wait, did he? I think he did. I think he held on. But
While you have a look.
Sainz had a better year towards the end.
Yeah, like podium-wise, because he got 2, didn't he? Yeah, I just think Albon, you'll see where I've ranked his teammate. But I think 9th is probably
Yeah, he did.
I don't even know if you can call that a good year for Williams.
If I've got them 9th and 11th, I think that is a disappointing year after the year they just had.
Yeah, 'cause it definitely feels a step backwards. And look, only time will tell because it's obviously we're going off testing and stuff, and they could literally come out in Australia and be like the quickest team. And they've obviously got the massive advantage of the Mercedes power unit. But it's feeling like Groundhog Day a bit with Williams. It's always we've got new regulations. We're going to be really quick. Right, we didn't get these regulations right. We'll wait till the next one. We can smash up the car as much as we want. Then we'll get to the next regulations. Oh, we haven't done it right this time. We'll wait for the next one. Oh, let's get a new driver in.
Yeah.
P8.
Sorry, just don't know my own list. Isaac Hadjar.
I got Carlos Sainz. You think Hadjar's going to be the? Let's say to be fair, 8th's not that good, but
Yeah, I think he'll be like the lower end of the top teams.
yeah, fair. I can see it. I just think Sainz is going to be. I think Sainz is going to build a lot off last year.
Okay.
Specifically his end, not his start, because his start was dreadful.
It was bad. I want Carlos Sainz to do really well. I've just got a feeling that he might throw like a temper tantrum.
Ooh, is it now?
Just something along those lines. Yet again, I'm just completely making this all up. But I could see a world where he just gets really fed up, doesn't really rate the environment, disappointed with the team, things start to fracture, and then performances only go downhill from there. So
yeah, I can sort of see it, but I think he's invested too much in that Williams project now.
Okay.
Who have you got in 7th, buddy?
I went for Lewis Hamilton.
Me too.
Yeah, I was
someone's goat.
I think I was so conflicted with this because I really wanted to put him higher because of testing. like really badly. I wanted to put him like fourth.
Well, surely you've learnt by now that you can't trust Ferrari's good testing.
You'll see. But I have kind of common sense prevailed, and I thought, yeah, you know what, seventh seems fair. I think he will have a better year
Yeah.
because I think the top teams or the top half of the table is going to be a lot tighter. So
Yeah, and I think the Ferrari's just innately going to be better this year.
yeah, that rear wing's fun.
Oh yeah, the kebab spinner.
That's fun. I'm sold.
Also, he might win the award for the most overtakes before the first corner because for some reason they've just got a cheat code off the lights.
Mate, he's a demigod. And he's got Kim Kardashian on his arm.
Ah, he does, doesn't he?
Mate, do you know the confidence that that's going to give you?
Speaking from a man of experience.
It's just, it oozes confidence.
Seventh, we've both predicted him to retire.
Yeah, I still think that'll happen. But will it if he has a really good year?
How? Surely he can even look at seventh and he could win a few races and still go, it's not really a good year, is it?
I think if he wins multiple races, he stays on the grid.
To be fair, there's about 8,000 races now, so he probably will.
Oh, I'd love it. But I think if he wins again, he'll stay. Because I think that's what he needs. You know, like that sort of like monkey off your back. Where I haven't won for a while. Am I actually washed? Like there was like quite a few times last year where he let his self doubt creep in publicly.
Yeah.
Especially with qualifying and like the 1 lap pace. So
he was like some sort of. It was quite sad. It would be like,
I'm rubbish, man.
yeah, I get knocked out Q2 and he'd just be like, oh sorry guys. And they'd go into major and he'd be like, you know what, I just might genuinely be the worst driver of all time.
Yeah, he was like he let that self doubt creep in, and you're never going to be good when you've got those doubts. So if he can win again, especially early, I think that would kind of get that off his mind, and he could go attack, and that kebab wing.
The fidget spinner. Who have you got in sixth?
I've got the Max Verstappen.
Oh god. I've got Max Verstappen.
We haven't learned, have we?
No,
we have not
we
learned. Last year
He'll-
should have told us that it doesn't matter. He'll still win.
He'll win by Austria.
Yeah, I don't know why. I put it down and I was like, yeah, what am I doing? Like, this is a mistake.
Well, apparently, loads of teams seem to be surprised by their engine and their like reliability. But I also think that's down to the fact of everyone else is being so bad.
Yeah, and it is also, like we keep saying, tested.
Oh yeah, like, and Australia, the amount of times we've had retirements there in the first race of the season is absolutely insane. But yeah, as like I cannot praise Max enough for how good of a driver he is. I'm always giving him his flowers, and I think he's absolutely incredible. But there's just and I'm going to call it a Ferrari feeling of, I want to believe the stuff you read and the stuff you hear, but I've just got something in the back of my mind that's going, that car is not making it a race distance.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. I know he's quick. Like, he's going to win races.
Oh, definitely.
But, like what I've said, with what I believe the field's going to be a lot closer, I think all of them are going to win races at some point this year. So
every 22 driver on the grid.
No, the top like 7. I just have a feeling that it's just not going to be that good of a car.
Nah, I think he'll be average, and I think
I will regret this though.
oh,
I know I will.
100%.
Yeah.
When we get to 7 rounds left and Max has won like 17 races on the trot.
Yeah.
P5, who you got?
I've got Kimi Antonelli.
I got Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that Ferrari hype at all. Don't get me wrong, they might have like the opening 4 or 5 rounds, they could be absolutely class and win every single race, but they are Ferrari.
Yeah, no, me neither. Yeah.
Nah, mate, not at all.
No. What was that? Yeah, Kimi Antonelli. Yeah. I think he's gonna have a good year. I think he's gonna win races. That Merc is gonna be rapid, and he's gonna like cement himself as top driver. But I just don't think he'll have as well-rounded campaign consistency wise as the people I've put above him.
Do you know, as much as people questioned him last year,
Mm.
isn't he just like class?
Yeah, yeah,
Like you can pick so many holes in his rookie year. You could be like, oh, there was talks of him being replaced mid-season. He wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that, he was getting knocked out here, and you just like, but you can see a good driver.
yeah. In fairness, the talks of him being replaced and not being very good were from one person.
Yeah, Mr. Jacques Villeneuve.
Yeah. No, wasn't it Ralph Schumacher?
Both of them. Jacques Villeneuve basically called him. I think he called him embarrassing or something.
Right. So, all right, pundits, ex-drivers, but still, they're not. It doesn't matter. I think he had a great year. I said it loads towards the end of the year. I think he had the perfect rookie year, and that car is better, way better. So he's going to be way better.
Charles fifth though.
Yeah, what is that? Just you thinking typical Ferrari, letdown, crashes, bad management, couple failed pit stops.
Heavy on the last one.
Yeah, just sort of usual Charles Leclerc stuff.
Yeah, it's just.
No, but Max, he can play piano, so
but he has a really cute dog.
yeah.
As much as I want to, like, I absolutely love Charles Leclerc as a driver, and as much as I want to be like, do you know what? New regs, competition's tighter than ever. It is his year. The realistic side of me is also saying it's meant to have been his year in like 2022, 2023, and it never was. And now we've got Ferrari, who seem to be somehow going backwards with the mistakes they make. Like, they could have a really quick car, but it doesn't change the team that they are.
No, I have an opinion.
I know you do, because he still hasn't popped up in your list, and we're at fifth.
So I don't necessarily agree with you, but at the same time, if he finished like 8th, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's just one of them.
Right, fourth, go.
Piastri.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Um,
no.
this is this is coming from this is coming from Oscar Piastri is my favourite driver on the grid,
Yeah, looks like a.
and I have very good reason as to why I've put him 4th, and none of them are his fault.
What's he going to do? Break his leg?
No, what's going to happen is there's corruption. There's
Oh,
corruption
right,
in
here we
that
go.
team.
We're back again.
Zach Brown and Adam Norris, all of them. I don't think Oscar Piastri will be a McLaren F1 driver by next year.
Well, no, we've done a full video talking about it.
And I think everyone else knows that. And that is why he will finish 4th, because I think Papaya rules are not going to fall to his side, because I think they'll favour the defending champion. That's natural. To me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're going to favour the defending champion, so he'll lose points there. I think that McLaren was a rocket ship last year. It no longer is. It's, a lot more even, so he'll lose points there.
Right.
So my thinking is, overall, he's going to have not as good as year.
So you think he's going to finish 4th because of corruption between Zach Brown and Adam Norris?
No, I think
As
he's
you
going
can
to.
tell, Reef has taken the off-season really well.
I think he's going to finish 4th because he's not going to be favoured in strategy. He's got a foot out the door. I think he's lost faith in the team, and that car's just not as good as it was last year.
Yeah, fair.
Relative to the rest of the field.
4th, I've got Kimi Antonelli.
Yep.
I think he's going to be within the fight for races. I think a title fight, like, long term in the season's probably a bit too far. I'd still back him to be in and around it, but I just think that won't be his priority. As long as he shows signs of improvement, you can't really ask for more. And I think he's just going to have a very good year.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think
if you don't have a man from Monaco at least third, I'm jumping out a window.
Are you shook? Are you shook? I've put my favourite fourth.
No, because I've put my favourite sixth.
Yeah, fair.
Right, third.
I've gone for Lando Norris.
Oh my god.
Mate,
right, I've gone for Lando in third, but this is getting interesting.
Mate, that rear wing, it's going to change it. It's going to change the game.
Right, okay.
Everyone keeps saying Charles Leclerc is a great driver. This is the year.
Can tell you're a Ferrari fan.
Anyway, on about Lando, I originally, can I tell you what my thought process was?
Go for it.
When I first started making the list, I actually have Norris defending his championship.
Yeah.
And then I had a think, and I had another think, and that created a thought. And my thought was that McLaren won't be as good as the Merc and the Ferrari, so I'm going to put it third.
I think it'll be better than the Ferrari. I don't think it'll be quite as good as the Merc, but also I think this top four could be in any order.
I think this season is actually going to be good. Top half good. I think the midfield, like, the last 4 years, we've had really good midfield, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think we're going to lose that this year, but I think the top half is going to be really good. And the three drivers that I've got to mention, I think they are going to split the races. I think it's going to be like 6, 5 and 4.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be dead close.
Yeah, we're not going to have someone gets 12 and then...
Yeah. A bit like last year. I mean, Norris and Max both had 8, or Piastri had 8 and Norris had 6 or something like that. Like, it was quite close.
Yeah, and I still don't think that's a bad season for Norris.
No, I think he'll have a really good year. I think it will be more... People will recognise that the car isn't as good as it was the year before.
Yeah. Right, second.
I've gone for George Russell.
Oh my...
nah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Say, you can't be carrying on this gimmick for that long.
No, I'm joking. I've put Charles Leclerc.
Right, I've got Oscar Piastri.
Did you actually believe me?
Yeah, fully.
No, I've gone for Charles Leclerc because I actually do think... I think that Ferrari's good.
I can't predict Charles Leclerc to be high in a championship after last year. I predicted him to finish second.
Yeah, but that was a stinker. I could have told you that was a stinker back then.
Yeah. And my pick was Piastri. Like I said, I can see this top four going either way, and I just think he is going to get one over on Norris this year, because I think he's going to he's almost what we saw with Lando last year. He's going to learn from that first title fight and just become a bit better all round.
Yeah, and that was up until probably a couple hours ago. That was my thought process as well. And then I just had to think about it, and I just thought, I don't know.
You had a think, and then another thing. You came up with a thought.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So we both have Lando. No, we don't have Lando Norris. We both have George Russell as world champion.
Yeah. I'm doing the arms
living.
out thing right now, if you can't tell.
Oh, really? For audio listeners.
I think I wouldn't mind seeing George Russell as a champion.
I'd love it. I think he deserves he deserves at least a title fight.
I think he'll get a title fight. I think that is the way that the Merc seems to have gone, and I think they're sandbagging as well, by the way.
100%.
I think that car is going to be really good, and I think he's good.
You saw it on the one day of testing. They let the car go completely and just put it on full thing, and they went 3 seconds quicker than everyone.
Yeah, I think I've got faith in him.
I think he. We saw, and we spoke about this last year. I think he was comfortably top 3 best drivers last year. But
yeah,
he wasn't rewarded by his car, was he?
Yeah, well, it was just more the temperature thing. That was so weird. That whole, it would work at some tracks and then it would be completely useless at others. But what was important to see was at the tracks they were good at, he was good, and at the tracks they were useless at, he was still getting fifths and fourths.
Yeah. I think we're just going to see a more complete Mercedes and George Russell this year.
Yeah, I think the level's there already. The level's been there. It's the car now. The car is there.
The levels, lad. Right. Yeah. But your support is always appreciated. As again, sorry we had to take a bit of a break. We had some stuff to sort out. But we are back, and F1 is back next week. And it's happy to say the next week we will have our Australian predictions. And then obviously the following week we'll be back into race reviews, which will also be coming up to a year of this podcast.
Flown by.
I know, it feels mental.
Yeah.
From when we used to have like 4 listeners.
Now we get 5.
Or maybe 6 or 7.
Right.
But if you are listening on YouTube, don't forget to drop us a subscribe and a like. It is massively appreciated. If you're on Spotify, drop us a follow and a 5-star rating. Once again, the support has been unreal over the off-season so far, and going into this season, we just want it to get bigger and better. But as always, I have been Max.
I've been Reef.
And this has been the Push to Pass F1 podcast.